Hello and welcome. This is the completion of the 26th day of September 2020. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades, and the like is within each's own risk and their own reward. For myself, risk reward management is always job number one. And let's take a look at Theta on multiple time frames from shortest to longer or longest term. And take a look at things like, Fibonacci, big time on Fibonacci retracement. I'm going to be looking at where would the key numbers be, what numbers do I have to replace, do I have to do any modifications, and anything you can see, do you have to adjust the message to the market in any way. I've been pretty bullish on Theta, stating that it's, I've probably got some decent leg room higher, so let's take a look at it. Volume I think is very important as well, but 1 minute time frame, this is just going like yada yada stuff, like 4:30 in the afternoon, not even. And now it says 19:12, so that's 7:12 p.m. Eastern as I'm doing this. Hockey pregame for me starts at 7:30, so I can make a nice size video at this time. But I see an inverted head and shoulders pattern's got to get above this level. But that's 1 minute kind of nonsense. Here we can see that we had a nice little rally from these lows, and some volume comes in to spark it up, and then this correction coming on smaller volume. I think that remains to be that of a bullish sentiment. On the single hour term time frame, this is just doing nothing more than making higher highs and higher lows, and right now it's got a potential to make a very good higher low. Keyword potential, because lows and highs known after the fact, and this low right in here could still come down and come to 6,300, pierce below, yada yada, which is above this number, which could keep the pattern in play. It hasn't even touched the 18 lows, where it has on several occasions amongst this hourly time frame set. Volume in here, well, it's been just don't know yet. Okay, we can see it here because we got the 7th day. No, we don't got big volume. I mean, it's a little bit bigger in here, which means what I'm expecting when this thing cools off, a blow off top comes into play. It's going to do so on big rally, and as I stated before, multiple days to get there, and you'll see so more in the daily chart the next time. It's going to be like a spot where it's boom, 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 and Fibonacci line in here. But since it showed strength amongst the 18 average of highs around the 23rd day, 24th day of September, what have we done since? We had a breakout on this little level, and it's just continuously made higher highs and higher lows. The only action it has had below the lows is a little bit in here. Very small amount. You can call this a little bit of a failed breakdown here on the 4-hour stamp. But when we take a look at this volume, it's just starting to grow in here compared to this, but it's relatively the same. And on the daily chart, I mean, we haven't seen the volume, and we can see in here how it progressed on this. We can see on back before the volume came here, market was going up, and then here we are up to 3,000, and you can see how the volume was starting to rise higher and higher and higher till it hit its peak. So it could take several days, I think, before this happens, but I'm just not seeing anything in the area. I mean, it hasn't even got above this volume yet here, and that was kind of light. I expect the top to be above this volume. As far as the daily chart is concerned, how much action has it spent below the 18 average of lows since the breakout in the end of April? Barely much at all. Just down in here, its failed move. It was attempted to go to this 19. Actually, it was actually like 1,800 and change Fibonacci. Question is, do I need this fib anymore? The answer is no, because it's from this high to this low. Now, technically, I'd have to recalculate it if it tops here, but I really don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to get rid of these Fibonacci lines as they're no longer required. So where would key Fibonacci points be located from? One is from these breakout lows, I would think, but probably wouldn't be doing it. And even shorter term analysis, these lows and whatever else. But for me, I got to think any of these bigger lows down here, like 1,000 even could work, but hair below at 935. Or you could do these breakout lows down in here, like this day here, as a good low to go with whatever this high happens to be. But I could use this low too, and I think they both work. Problem is this is a successful correctionary move. Thus, you can call this wave one, the rally at the spring of this year, March, April, in here, and now going through the wave two at an area where it's almost polarizing weak resistance. It's very overextended, which means I think the chances that if it resists here that we find a higher low in this level down towards here is pretty good. But as it goes with any of these markets, when you have big gains, you have big falls. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. They're going to correct. And this one, it went down like that. This one was fast. Even this rally, this last rally, 6,400 down to 22, so it lost 3 times its value. If you go to 9, 10, 12, 16, 18,000 Satoshi or $2, whatever this is now, about 70-cent coin almost, approximately. But we start to get those monster gains. We've already came a long ways from this lows as it is. That the correctionary moves are going to happen. But when you break key levels, which is what it's doing right now, then that means you are expected to have a significant gain. So we can put maybe a line around here. This represents the original area of resistance was like this. Pierced above here, and it held and stayed above 22. Didn't stay above this, whatever. I mean, that was normal to have these big moves as mentioned. But getting out above the 5,000 or so level, I'm not looking for 6,500, 7,000, even 7,800. I'm looking for, I'm not looking for a small move. I'm looking for, 10,000, 11,000. I do think is a conservative, small. That's only about a 2x move from previous high of 5. 14, 18, 23. These types of moves become very realistic, and we're in that wave. Now, whether we're just going to go up and have it happen in the next 4, 5, 8, 10 days, whether we have any type of slowing down movement, it's going sideways, and most certainly correcting down through price on the way, thus extending how long it's going to take to get there. It could be spring of next year when that move happens, because maybe we do top, we come back down, we go down to 3,200, 3,000 even, and then we go up a bit sideways, all that stuff, and then we don't even test this until like Christmas or something, even into the new year. Those are all possibilities that can happen. But I mean, again, one of the possibilities is maybe on October the 5th, this thing is got a 1 beside. It's like 16,535 on Satoshi front, or it goes up about 175%, or any of those types of numbers are all live components, and which can happen. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if the top of whatever happens to be doesn't happen on volume looking like this. Rather, volume that's like higher, like we can see here. You can see we hit the top on this date here. Usually the highest volume is going to match with the highest with the top day, and the top day is going to be on big volatility, which of course in this case was the situation. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.